Miley Cyrus.
I got my sights set on you, and I'm ready to wait.
Big round of applause for Miley Cyrus.
Hey, how are you guys?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, we just had to bump Drew Lachey a few minutes ago, and he got a little miffed. I said, look, we have to wrap this up. We got to make it short because we're expecting a phone call from Miley Cyrus.
Awesome.
Now, you probably don't remember them because you're a little
Well, she
young.
probably watched Dancing with the Stars. You know who Drew Lachey is, don't you?
Like 98 Degrees. Do you remember 98 Degrees?
Of course, of course.
So where are you calling from right now, Miley? Because I know we're one of like 4 stations in the country that gets a chance to talk to you. So what's up?
I am driving to work right now. I am doing my nails, listening to music, and talking to you.
What kind of music you listening to?
I was just bumping Duffy.
Nice.
Okay.
Love Duffy.
All right.
That's the sober Amy Winehouse, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. I love her. She's great.
She is good.
The Salt Lake Tribune yesterday, they did a whole article on your show, Stadium of Fire, coming a week from this Friday.
Stoked. I'm so stoked.
Did you hear the price of well, you know the price of tickets for this show because it's sold out. Some of the scalpers are asking as much as $2,400 a ticket.
I'm sorry. I would love, whatever, but I would never do that.
Isn't that
That's crazy.
I'd tell my little sister, I'd be like, yeah, you wish.
Yeah, exactly. So this is Miley
Watch it on
Cyrus.
TV.
Yeah, this is Miley Cyrus saying this because we get all these parents coming after us and they're trying to get tickets to your show and giving us the sob stories and stuff like that.
No, it'll be on YouTube the next day.
Good for you, girl.
Do you guys get that in your family with people? I mean, that wanting tickets to your show because maybe they know you. It's like, hey, cut us a deal.
My dad actually, when I was on my tour with the Jonas Brothers, my dad turned his voicemail off because he just made it where you couldn't get voicemail messages because everyone would be like, hey, Billy, I haven't talked to you in ages. I miss you so much, man. So listen, since we haven't talked, I have this kid.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, I'm so sick and tired of it.
Wow.
Like, I keep thinking it's something good for me, and it's like, no, it's always for my tickets. So, or Jonas Brothers.
Do you guys get the my little boy has cancer or my son was burned over 90%? Do you get all the hard luck stories too, asking for tickets?
We do. We always try to help out in any way we can, but then it's like you never know what's real and what's not. Because there's been a couple instances where it hasn't been.
Yeah.
So legit. So it's like, yeah.
We had that happen years ago in Sync when they were bigger than life, and we had a mom on the show. And long story short, we found out right after that she was lying through her teeth that her kid had terminal cancer.
Oh.
It's terrible. They do it so much, and it's just like you got to really I try to visit and meet as many people as I can, but I always, I can't do it for everybody.
Yeah, it's hard.
Well, it's got to be heavy too.
Yeah, I bet.
It's emotionally hard, especially like when I'm in town for one day, I'll go. I tried to go every state I went to. I tried to go to the Children's Hospital there. It's so hard because sometimes I had to do it before my shows and everything. But I got to meet like a lot of cool kids. So I was like, I was definitely making a difference while I was on my tour. So I was all right, with, getting the letters and trying to help out and try to visit as many people as I can.
That's great.
Hey, I want you to be honest. When's the last time you've gotten grounded or in trouble? Ever? Or because you're Miley Cyrus and you're running the show at the house? I mean, does it just not happen anymore?
I got in trouble yesterday. I forgot what I did, though. What was I doing? Oh, it was just me being a brat with my mom because she really wanted to go eat at this one place, and I really didn't want to.
Yeah.
So I drove with my sister there, and she was like, all right, Miley, we're walking in. Did you get our table? Because she told me to get a table, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then she gets there, and we're nowhere to be found, and she calls me. I'm like, oh, yeah, I thought you meant at the other place. So I totally went and got a table at the place I want to go to, and she was like, you're such a brat. Like, this is supposed to be family time, and you don't always give it, I was like, whatever. But then she made me go to both places, so I had to sit there and watch everyone else eat for a second time, but it was all right.
Funny.
How do you do that, though? How do you go out in public? I was going to ask you that. I mean, you are bigger than life. You're on everything. So how do you actually have a normal life where you can go out to a restaurant? Do you have a disguise you put on?
It's pretty insane, but like in Nashville, because everyone knows me, they're like, oh yeah, there's that Miley girl again. Like they know me because I live in such a small town, but in LA, I just always I try to keep my mom close and stuff. My mom I would sit and do it all day. That's what I was with my mom. She's like, but you can't because your brothers and your sisters, they got things to do. And So, like, I always just try to, kind of speed through it and do it when I can. And always try to stop and at least get to meet them because it's really cool.
She's just being Miley. Hey, so if your parents, hey, I love you. No, that was pure affection right there. Hey, if your parents, if they do try and sweat you, like the whole discipline thing, do you just like threaten to take their allowance away or what?
No, they tried to take mine.
Didn't you flex on your dad on
the Tonight Show? I saw that about 4 months ago when you were on there, Miley. You and your father, and he was like in the second seat, and it was, and you even kind of insinuated that you're kind of running the show.
That you pay his cell phone bill.
And that took me about 5 seconds. That had me doing that on like live television. And my parents were like, "All right, stop it."
When is the last time you were grounded? Not just got in trouble where your mom was angry, your dad was angry, but grounded, where you couldn't leave the house.
I got grounded.
Yeah.
I got I was picking on my brother at dinner. My brother's only a year younger than me, so it's like you're supposed to fight, but my mom's an only child, so she doesn't understand that. And so look at me, I'm getting all angry. But she doesn't understand. So we were at dinner, I was fighting with my brother, and I had my phone, and I was standing on the balcony, and I was like praising, Mom is being so mean, like we weren't even that up, we weren't doing anything wrong, blah blah blah. And she came out, and I was like, Mom, I was like, if you don't stop, I was like, I swear, I'm gonna throw my phone off the balcony. And she was like, nope, I'll do it. And she threw my phone off the balcony. I was just kidding. And so then that was kind of like, that was like the worst thing. I haven't like really fought with her since, because I'm like, oh my gosh, my mom was no joke.
Yeah. She's not bluffing.
No.
Yeah. That's funny.
I was like, I'm going to throw it. And she's like, okay, throw your phone off the balcony. See if I care.
Now, speaking of brothers, what's this?
Ask.
Trace with Metro Station?
Yes.
Everybody's calling him like the black sheep of the Cyrus family. So what's up with this guy?
He's like so cool. By looking at him, you would think he would be like real hard and, like totally. He is the sweetest, most adorable. If you look at his tattoos, they're all for his family. Like he got this one for my dad. He has one that says Mom on his arm, which is very funny. He's like so cool. He's like, everyone gives him a hard time, but you know what? It's been that way since he was my age. Like he's always just been, without the piercings and the tattoos.
How old is he?
He's been the same way. Yeah, he's 19.
Okay, and was he kicked out of the house? Because those are the rumors that are floating around that he was kicked out of the Cyrus house.
He's a rebel.
Yeah.
No, we're begging for him to come back. He's on tour with Good Charlotte right now, and I'm like, please, brother, please. So he's out doing his thing, but we're so proud of him. It was so crazy because he's actually ahead of me on Billboard, which he was like rubbing it in my face, and we were laughing because it was just so funny. Because we can remember, when we first got there, we thought it was just to go out through my show, but he kind of found his thing, and we went out there, and it was awesome. So it was so great. We got to frame that and show it off. I'm so proud of my brother.
How's that for sibling rivalry?
The kids,
He's doing good. Yeah. Now, how many other brothers and sisters are in your family, Miley, and how old are they?
There's 5 of us. I have a 21-year-old sister, a 19-year-old brother, myself, a 13-year-old brother, and how old is she? 8-year-old sister.
5 kids. Your mom is so beautiful. God bless her. She got 5 kids out of that. She's a little tiny thing.
Yeah, she is. She's so small, and but yeah, she's awesome, and I can't believe she's still sane.
Hey, before we let you go, Miley Cyrus, and you're making just hand over fist money, and I'm sure it's kind of going into like a trust and all that, but I'm also sure that you're getting some of the cash, like maybe an allowance or whatever. What's a big purchase that you got a chance to buy for yourself? Something that's really, really cool.
I bought. Well, it was cool. It was the only thing that has really been like my big spend or whatever. I got me and my mom. Well, my mom, but I've been using it. I got one of those big like Mac computers, the big desk computers.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
That's cool.
Get video chat with my parents while I was on tour and stuff when we'd be separated or whatever, because I had my laptop. So she got one of those, and I was excited to get that for her.
That's neat.
Hey, do you date yet, or are they waiting until you're like a little older, or what's the story with that? Are your parents put the kibosh on that, or what?
No, they're cool, but I just don't really have time animour.
You be careful of the men out there. That's all I'm saying.
They're all liars.
You don't date until you're like 25.
Yeah.
Don't trust them.
I was with the boys for like 4 months on tour, the Jonases. See, I was like, oh no, I had my share.
You want to ask her favorite Jonas brother?
Who is your favorite Jonas brother? Because mine's Joe, I think. He's the one with the straight hair, right?
I like Nick.
Yeah?
I like Kevin.
Oh my gosh. I like them all.
Oh, we knew you were going to say that.
You could run for office with that answer. That's awesome.
Nick. She said Nick.
We're excited to have you here July 4th, Stadium of Fire. Again, it's sold out, and tickets are going for as much as like $2,000 plus on the internet.
And I bought a box of your Band-Aids yesterday.
Okay, all right.
All right, well, let's give her a big round of applause. Thank you for calling us here in Salt Lake. We're excited.